Okay, I'm going to make this touch up here look good from about 40, 50 feet away. So I'm not going to do that crazy on this. I'm just going to pop this off. Got these little clips. All right, I want to take a wire wheel to it. I'm just going to use a little bit of auto primer and this John Deere green gloss from Ace. And I heard this is the best match I can do on this, but you can see how faded it is from being outside. And you know what? It'll do good enough just to cover that up a little bit. All right, that's what it looks like. I should do it before, so that's what it looks like when you pop this cover off. When they're left outside, man, I mean, that's what you're going to get. So thinking about going up to here, maybe up to the seat, because it'll match up a little better. I know I'm starting to get a little crazy with the job. I'm just supposed to patch this up, but I think I'm going to do that, and because I think it's just going to keep on chipping off, even no matter what I do. If I don't totally strip it, and that's just not going to happen. So, all right, here we go. I'm really trying not to paint this whole fucking thing. All right, I'm cleaning it up. I really don't want to paint this whole thing. I got to talk myself out of it. Right now, I want to take everything off and paint it, and I got to stop doing that. All right. I know. I was supposed to just clean this up. Primer, a little John Deere green from Ace, but I got back here, I seen it was chipping, so, you know, I had to take everything off. It didn't take me long, but this is the equipment I used. I used my impact with my adapter. I used a T30 right there. I used a universal joint. You know what that is. I used a 10 millimeter and a 1/2 inch. Now here's the breakdown of that. I took the fenders off with the T30. I did not have to use the universal on it. It's got 4 bolts, and popped right off, no problem. Both sides, and also these, what you would call these, the bag hole or pole holders or whatever you are. Those are also T30s. All right, after that, I went to the deck shift, whatever you want to call that. And, you know, it sits in upright like this. So there's just a little slide on one side. You got 2 10 millimeter bolts and 1 10 millimeter nut. Don't know why they're not all nuts. I don't know. Don't make sense to me. And the shift handle, that just popped right off. That's no problem. That just slid right off. All right. On the other side was the cup holder. Now that is, again, you know, you got the little slides in right there. And then you got 2 millimeter bolts. So, okay, let's see. Okay, now the seat and also the springs, that was a 1/2 inch. The bolts go through and there's a nut, but the nut's like welded on the other side. So you just take out the bolts and they just pop right out, no problem. That's it. I'm gonna go ahead and just wire brush this with my DeWalt grinder, and I'm just going to primer it and paint it with John Deere green. And I don't know why I'm doing this much to it, but I am. And we'll see how it looks when I'm done. Well, maybe I'll show you stages of it then when I'm done. All right, took a wire brush to it. It's getting dark out. Took a wire brush, and I took a hose. I cleaned this all up. Used some degreaser. Cleaned this a lot better shape than I thought it was. This mower's in a lot better shape. $500, 280 hours on it. Looks like someone had replaced the front rims, but did not put grease caps on it. So I do believe I have some for that. In the back here, the back rims, they got a little rust on them, a little fade. Now I do have some yellow. You know, I might put a little John Deere yellow on it, you know, and replace these caps. The other side, this one's a little more rusted, like I said. Got a couple layers of yellow on there, and that'll look real good. Okay, now this amazing part is the hood. I cleaned it up, took it apart, and it's in great shape. This hood is in phenomenal shape. What I do, I have some wax that I got cheap, some turtle wax. I'm gonna try to polish that up. Now to take it apart, I took off the grill, and that was 4 10mm bolts for this grill right there. And I think I dropped one, putting it over here somewhere, so I gotta find that. All right, and this cover, it's got 2 slops clamp on each side, and these are 10mm, not 10mm, these are 1/2 inch. So it's a 1/2 inch bolt on both sides. And look at that, look how clean that is. Amazing. That is in great shape. So I think a little paint on this mower, man. I think it might come out like shiny. Well, we'll see. Start the first coat of primer tomorrow. Okay, it's the steering wheel. What I'm gonna try to do is just it's sun damaged. I'm gonna try to do is just use a heat gun on it and see if it comes off. There you go, Mars. Or buffs out. Let's get this part right here, get it hot. Look at that. You can get it hot, and then you kind of spread it out. All right, that's good, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay, there we go. Now I started with the heat gun. It did a good job, and then I moved on to the torch. And that's fair. It's better than it was. Definitely better than it was, but not perfect, but better than it was. So let's move on to the fenders and see how that goes. Okay, here's the fenders. This is before one side, and this is after. It's a little blotchy. Almost looks like it had like a coat on it of some sort. I can see that really good when I use, but I did use the torch. I almost couldn't use the heat gun on the fenders, so I did use the torch. I made long brushes, like moving the heat around. You got to move the heat around. Definitely don't hold it in one spot, but move it around so it's shiny. Maybe I get a video shot of it on this one, but I can't think I can get it much better than that. But like I said, there's that. So all right, on to the next. All right, to put a little shine on these fenders, what I did was I put the buffer and the vise. I just used regular turtle wax, went back and forth, but it came out a little too shiny, but showing off all the defects. So what I did after that is I just used a little cutting compound, put that on it. It's a little duller, so things don't show up so much, and that's where I'm going to keep it. Okay, got wax in the hood. Same thing. I'm going to use the cutting compound, and I'm going to go ahead and just turtle wax. That's it. That's all it's getting. So let's, I'm going to have to move on to the primer. My videos, I'm not really showing me actually doing it. I mean, if you're watching this channel, you probably got some, basic skills. Usually I only show stuff that, I might do differently. And this isn't one of them, because I'm just going to primer 2 or 3 coats. And then I'm going to put the Ace Hardware John Deere green. Now the primer is what I have. It's not a car. So I'm just going to primer it up just, to make it hold and look good from, 30, 40 feet away. All right, there's the first primer. So I'll come back in about an hour or so and do the second coat. Okay, that's about 3 coats of primer. Now I've been using some 400 grit in between coats. I might just do one more. I should not, but I see a little something right there. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why I'm doing a good job on this, or trying to do a better job. I really need to stop and just get this job done. I got other stuff to do, but you know how it is. On to the next. All right, gonna go ahead and got it all taped up, cleaned up. I'm just gonna put paint on the rear rims. The front ones are looking new, so I'm gonna use John Deere yellow. Again, I believe I picked this up at Ace Hardware, so I think it's a pretty good match. I used it on a deck, so that's the final coat on everything. Wait for this to dry in the morning. There's the rims. Get that tape off. We'll see how it looks tomorrow morning after it dries, but that's it. Oh, I'm gonna get a new seat though. I think I'm gonna split the money on this and replace the seat. You know, just go overboard and everything. Got a set of these caps, and some have that's like a bearing set they could put on these rims. I'm not gonna put that on here. I'm gonna use the caps for now. But I already had these, so I'm going to put brand new caps on here and wait for the other, when the other ones come back, I'll put them with this, and that'll be for another day. On to the next. Alright, got new caps on the front, greased up. Getting ready to do the back. This is the ones I painted. As you can see, I got a little bit of runoff through the paint there. Take care of that, and fill that cap up with grease, get a little bit on there. Now, these don't have bearings on it. If I was going to keep this more, use it more often, I would take these off and put bearings on it. Alright, got them on there. Looks good. I believe I got this from Harbor Freight. Very cheap. And I believe that's the smallest size, so it worked good. Alright, on to the next. Alright, cleaned up the motor. Came out decent. I also, when I painted a little bit of the 600 Fahrenheit I had sitting on the shelf, just on a few parts. Came out pretty decent. And I also applied it, well, to the seat. And there's only a couple bad spots. It was really not that bad. And I applied it to this hardware here, which there's, again, just another few spots, but it's just going to look a lot better with a coat on it. Get a little protection. All right, on to the next. All right, got the battery all pulled out. I got it capped off with some distilled water. I got it charging. It had a decent charge on it in the first place, but I'm going to go ahead and charge it up all the way. Now, I do not like to change batteries in the fall or winter, so I'm hoping this lasts the winter, you know, with the snow blower. But if not, I do have backup. At my job, they have battery backups on the equipment, and about every 4 years they change them regardless if the batteries are bad or not. They just make sure the backup works. So I get to take them home. I make sure to keep these charged, and they stay good. You can see I lost one. But, you know, they stay pretty good, pretty charged, so I've been using them. All right, there's the battery. Got it all charged up, capped off, ready to go. I know it's not part of this project, but I did change the oil filter, the gas filter, and the oil. Now, you don't have to pay that big money to get a John Deere filter. Just get one of these PH 4967s from Walmart. Save yourself a little money. All right, winter already came in before I got the job done. But this is it. This is this $500 mower I bought. A little paint, a little spit shine, new seat, a $100 seat on internet. Got the chains on there, 65 bucks. I forgot how much those bungees were. The Olympic weights that I did have already, but I think you could get a okay set for 100. And she's ready. Couple more shots and she'll be ready to go. Iceman cometh. All right, here's the breakdown. One big can, 15 ounces of John Deere green. One 12-ounce can of John Deere yellow. Two 12-ounce primer cans. And less than a can of 600 Fahrenheit. And here's how much it cost. And I will catch you in the next one. Oh, by the way, next week should be about the seat in case you want to add it to this project and how much it cost me. So check out the next one. If I get stoned and sing all night long, it's a